Welcome everyone to Choice Conversations, the podcast dedicated to helping you improve your life, one choice at a time. I'm your host, Chris Stefanik. Let's do this. Hey gang. Today I'm going to talk to you about how you can use mindfulness and meditation without spending a whole bunch of time. How you can get a lot of bang for your buck with just a few seconds of meditation even. We're going to dive right into that in a minute here. I did want to let you know that this is going to be a new podcast format, at least for this show and some of the shows going forward. So I'm going to go with a more short format podcast. It's not going to be having any guests. It's just going to be me covering like a single tool or tip that you can take home and apply to your life. So I'm planning to make these like very valuable, right? And very concise and to the point. And what you know what it is you're getting when you listen to these, right? Now, I still plan on doing the longer format podcasts, having experts on and interviewing them, or even some solo casts. I know I've got a book review coming up that I want to do. I'm probably not going to have any guests for that. It's just going to be me talking about a particular book. And it's not going to be short format. It's probably going to be at least 20 minutes or so. But I aim for these to be about 5 to 10 minutes, right? Where the longer podcasts can go from 20 minutes to an hour. Just look for those going forward. Let me know what you think. You can always email me at chris@choiceconversations.com or find me on Facebook, Twitter, and the like. And from there, give me some feedback on if you like these short format podcasts. Before I dive into the podcast on meditation, I did want to remind you that I have an ebook that contains all the books that are my top recommendations for people. These are the books that have been the most powerful in changing my life. It had a huge impact on me. It's free. It's my 8 most influential books. So to get that, go to books.choiceconversations.com and sign up, and you will get my short ebook that will give you the details on one of my most powerful, my most influential books, the ones that I recommend the most often to other people, the ones that I gift the most often to other people. I'm going to put a link to that in the show notes, so it's easy for you. You can just go there and click on it, books.choiceconversations.com. All right, so mindfulness, meditation. Let's just start off by quickly defining what those are. So mindfulness, just looking at the dictionary, it says the practice of maintaining a non-judgmental state of heightened or complete awareness of one's thoughts, emotions, or experiences on a moment-to-moment basis. So it's just being aware, not trying to change it necessarily or judge it, just being aware of what's going on in your head and the sensations in your body. Meditation, now here, to meditate, the definition to that, which to me, meditation, it's a subset of mindfulness. It's a specific practice that you can do that is a mindful practice. There are other practices that you can do that are mindful as well, though. But meditation is one of them. So the definition of meditate, it is to engage in mental exercise, such as concentration on one's breathing or repetition of a mantra, for the purpose of reaching a heightened level of spiritual awareness. So a shorter way to say that, and what that really looks like in practice, is it's focusing your mind. You're focusing your mind on one thing. Like they gave the example of concentrating on your breath. So you're focusing your mind on your breath and you're clearing it of other thoughts. Or you're repeating a mantra. So that's like, you could say peace, 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 or whatever the mantra is. There are many that you could do. There's, ohms and the like. And you're just trying to block out everything else and have your mind concentrated on just that mantra. That's all there is. Other thoughts come up. You just dismiss them and bring your mind back to the mantra. So that's what meditation is. Now, I'm mindful in my daily practices in several different ways. I start each day with some mindful yoga. I'm doing some yoga stretches, and I'm being very mindful when I'm doing it of what's going on in my mind and what's going on in my body. And I'll even work some affirmations into that. I also do a sleep meditation whenever I lie down to go to bed. And since I'm a polyphasic sleeper, this means that I'm actually doing the sleep meditation 3 times a day. Polyphasic sleeping means you sleep multiple times a day rather than one big long segment. There's multiple shorter segments. So I'm doing a sleep meditation 3 times a day, and I find that's great for helping me to get to sleep quickly and having pleasant dreams and the like. So that's been a huge game changer for me for my sleep, is to do a sleep meditation. And maybe I'll do one of these short format podcasts on a sleep meditation somewhere down the road so you can see what that looks like. I also have a daily practice where I do self-knowledge work. Specifically, this is interfamily systems therapy. So interfamily systems therapy, better known as IFS. Before I sit down to do my IFS work, I will do a meditation that I've created on my own to help me get in the right mindset for that, so that I can get in there and really quickly access my inner wisdom and work on building peace and harmony and healing through my IFS practice. I also do mindful eating. So mindful eating is like, again, like we talked about, just being aware of what's going on. In mindful eating, you're being aware of the practice of eating rather than on your phone and watching TV or anything like that. Your mind is focused actually on the food, on the chewing, on the flavor, how your body's responding to it, that sort of thing. So I've got a lot of mindfulness and meditation kind of things in my daily practice already. But what's missing? Well, when most people think of meditation, they think of sitting there and perhaps in the lotus pose or, lying down on a couch or something like that, and for a long period of time sitting there. So this would be, typically like 20 to 60 minutes. They're thinking of guys in an ashram or a Tibetan temple somewhere, sitting there for an extended period of time meditating. Now, I do longer meditations like this. Like for me, I typically don't go longer than 20 minutes, but I'll do a 20-minute meditation occasionally when I have the time, or if I'm really craving to have one like that. And I get, a good benefit out of that. I really enjoy them, but it's not part of my daily practice. It's not something I schedule. It probably doesn't even happen once a week. It's probably more like once every other week that I sit down and do a meditation like that. Why is that? When this is what typical meditation is, what people think of is that you sit down and you meditate for, an extended period. And the reason is I found shorter meditations to be the best use of meditation, at least for me. I can't say that this is applicable to everyone, that everybody would find the shorter ones to be better than the longer ones. But for me, they've been really powerful. So these could be short, like I'm talking like 5 to 10 breaths. You can even do a 1-breath meditation. I find a lot of benefit in a 1-breath meditation. So, let me start off like describing what this meditation looks like. So first I clear my mind and I take a deep breath, and I just put my focus on the breath. A deep breath in, slowly breathing in and slowly breathing out. Slowly breathing in and slowly breathing out. And just I clear my mind and focus on that. And, usually 5 breaths is about perfect, but I will even do a 1-breath meditation. So 1-breath meditations, they can be done anywhere. Like the 5-breath ones, I'll usually like close my eyes, and sit there peacefully and do that. It's not something I do if I'm like in the middle of an activity. I stop the activity and do the 5-breath meditation, right? Well, the 1-breath meditations, you can do them while you're going for a walk, while you're sitting at your computer, or, in a meeting, in the shower, anytime. And the 1-breath meditations are really great when you're in a situation where you're having a heated exchange with somebody and you find yourself becoming triggered. And they're a great way to get you back centered so that you can choose how you want to respond to the person rather than just like emotionally reacting, right? And saying something you might regret later. But yeah, sometimes you might be getting in a heated exchange with someone, and it might not be appropriate to step away to take some deep breaths and step away for a minute. Now a lot of times it will be, hopefully, if like you're with your significant other or a friend, you could say, you know what, I need to calm down for a minute. why don't we check back in 2 minutes, or why don't we check back in 10 minutes? I'm going to go for a short walk or something like that. You could do, but sometimes you can't do that. Maybe you're with your boss. Your boss called you in for a meeting. Are you going to tell your boss, I need to step out for a few? Maybe you can do that, but a lot of times that's not going to go over well. Or you're in a meeting with 10 other people, or you're in a meeting with a client or something like that, right? There's times when it's not really going to be appropriate for you to step away, right? So this is when, like a one breath meditation, no one's even going to notice that you're doing it, but you're going to notice you do it. You're going to be able to present yourself in the best way possible rather than slipping into a triggered state. So that's where like these one breath meditations are really, really useful. So that's one area where I use these short meditations is if I'm triggered. Another area is just if I feel like some tension rising in me. Maybe I'm in the middle of working on something. I've got a deadline I'm trying to meet, or I need to get some work done, but I'm supposed to meet friends at the movie theater or something. And I'm frantically trying to get this done. And I find myself feeling stressed. That's not a time when I can afford to go spend 10 or 20 minutes meditating to relieve that stress. But I can take a few seconds to take 2, 3, 4, 5 breaths. The stress melts away, and then I can go back to that work and actually be better at performing the work because I'm now not stressed. I'm now focused and level, centered, and can attack the work and get it done in an efficient manner without all that stress, right? Relieving that. So it's great for if you feel yourself starting to get stressed and you don't have time to get up and take a walk. You don't have time to do some meditation. You can just sit there and take a few breaths. Be mindful of your breaths for a little bit. Do a breathing meditation where you slow your breathing down and put your focus on that. And it doesn't take long at all. I mean, the more you do it, just like anything, practice makes perfect. The more you do it, the better you get at doing it. The quicker you can just feel your stress melt away. But even from when I first started doing this, it really didn't take long. I noticed a big difference in my stress levels just from doing like 5 breaths. An awesome tool. I highly recommend it. Check it out sometime. You feel yourself feeling stressed or you just need a little break, step back and take a short breathing meditation like I described. And let me know what you think. Before I let you go, I wanted to talk to you about a little something. Now, if you're listening to this podcast, you're looking to make changes in your life. You're looking to better your life, or you wouldn't be here. The best way that I know to make big changes in your life, to really concentrate your efforts and efficiently get from where you are now to where you want to be, is the personal development course from my good friend Anthony Samroff called Surviving to Thriving. This course is really targeted, really efficient at guiding you through personal development and helping to improve all areas of your life. So it can help you if you're depressed, it can help you if you're not motivated, it can help you if you're unhappy, if you're struggling in your relationships, if you're struggling with your health, if you're not able to do the things that you really enjoy in life. You know, you feel like, man, I'm really stuck on this treadmill of doing these things that I have to do to just pay the bills or whatever, take care of my obligations, but I'm not getting to do the things I really want, the things that make it worth it for me to be alive. This is a course that can help you to get all that with very specific exercises, very targeted, and like I said, it's very efficient. So this takes the trial and error out of personal development. So there's going to be a link to that in the show notes. Click on that link and get the course, Surviving to Thriving, and it will change your life. All right, thank you for listening, folks. I hope you enjoyed this new shorter format podcast. And remember, make the choice to be great.